It is Thursday, October 5th, and the time is 7:15 a.m. I am out of all my positions. This is a what I call a profit limit uh, exit. So once my accounts reach a 3% for the week, I exit everything at market, and that's pretty much when what I did at 10 o'clock late last night. Everything was some were exited earlier, and I'll show the charts here in a little bit. But some were a bit earlier. They reached target on their own, but most of it, a chunk of it, was done because the 3% was reached. Then I waited few on a couple. They were looking kind of good, so I waited a little bit on, and before I went to sleep, I exited everything, and it was a good exit. So, with that said, I'm going to go over the charts, starting with the VIX. R1 did not hold, but R2 did. So yeah, the VIX, R1, R2 did give us a nice setup in here. We've been out in here somewhere with a profit on the second one, and break even on the second one. Break even on the first one and profit on the second one. Gold went down to S1 and just stayed there, did not move much. The ZN S1, S2, and further than it came back. It should have been long, and been out, break even, or maybe slight profit on the first one, and a nice gain on the second one. This is the target that I had in place, but I would have definitely been out here or I've been out here at 10 o'clock, not over here. If I had taken ZN, I did take the 10-year instead, which is exactly the inverse of the ZN. So short, take some heat. I'm out. I'm both in here. Oil is moving. Would have been long at S1, added to it, and it seems to be moving back. If I'm long, I would be thinking of an exit in here somewhere. A small loss on the first one and a nice gain on the second one. But I'm flat of everything. I'm completely out of all my trades. I made 3% both on the futures account and the Forex. The MES long took a lot of heat, added to it. And this is the 10 o'clock exit where I exited everything 10 o'clock at night at market. And that was right over here, 10 o'clock at night, my time, Central Time. This is the target that I had left in place, but once all the profit target has been reached, I'm out. MNQ only gave me one long, took some heat, and this was exited earlier around 10 o'clock in the morning. It moved earlier, so that was my exit, but this would have been a good exit as well, and it hit it twice. This did not do as well. This was a loss, but a small loss. Long, and actually a pretty decent loss, but still, the MES and the MYM made up for the M2K loss. This is long, added to it early, and I was out here at 10 o'clock at night. I'll go through those quickly. I don't trade those instruments, but they're here to see. 6E, 6B, the CD. Corn, just one short at R1. That looks okay. Target would be here somewhere. Did not take that. Somewhat similar on the wheat, because this is support tended to resistance tended to support, so I would have exited here somewhere if I had taken this one. And nothing set up on the soy. And nothing on the natural gas. Okay, now here goes the Forex. I had taken a long, took a little bit of heat, then came back and exited me earlier than the 10 o'clock. No, that's actually, that's when I exited everything. It almost reached in here earlier in the morning, but it moved away from it, then it came back finally and gave me that profit target, which was set up in advance. This is from last week, didn't add to it. This was that trade that I took a lot of positions on. I'm going to go and remove this one. I didn't take anything in here. AUD JPY, I was long in here, added to it, and this is market exit on both with a small gain. AUD long 10 o'clock exit in here. This was my limit order set in place overnight in case it hit, but at 10 o'clock at night I took it at this spot right over here, the yellow line. I didn't take this one, but this would have been a long in here. That's not doing very well so far. This one I wasn't filled in here. I put a limit, moved away from it, came back. I took it in here, and I was out in here with a small loss at 10 o'clock. I wasn't filled in here, but this one would have been a great setup if it came back. This was short. I caught it at 5 o'clock in the morning and market exit in here. This was my limit target. It didn't quite reach it, so 10 o'clock exit was actually a good idea, profit target. Basically, when I make 3%, it doesn't matter what time it is, no matter how good the setup is, and this looked really good when it was coming down, especially in here. I just take it automatic. It's a good week with 3%. This one I missed once, I missed twice, and it seems to be going to this level one more time and moved up from there. This level seems to be really strong for some reason. Short, I think I took it in here. Yeah, I took it in here. I'm not sure why I have two lines. I think I took only one and out with a very small gain. This was the target, 10 o'clock at night. Now, not filled on this one, but it would have been a good setup from here to 156.67. This is it's not a correct bar. Did not reach it down here. I was short. We moved up to this level in here. This is just a bad tick. Then I moved up, and here at 10 o'clock I took profit with a small gain on the Euro New Zealand. Nothing here. Long S1, added to it, out in here at 10 o'clock. This is my target. This one I did get filled, and I took it early, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was out with a small gain on the pound yen. Short, took it out of market. The target was not reached, but it may get reached later on today, but I'm out of everything. I don't have any positions left. Nothing here. Long, did not get a chance to add, out at the target in here with a nice gain earlier than 10 o'clock, earlier that day. Long, added to it, out here at 10 o'clock at night with all the positions with a small gain. This I didn't take, but it was a great setup. It would have been a long in here. I missed it with the news. It moved up. I would have taken profit in here somewhere. Long, took a lot of heat. 10 o'clock, I took my gain. Didn't add to it. This would have been a nice add-on, actually. I don't know why I didn't add. Swiss, I had a few positions on the Swiss, and that was exit earlier in the yellow line in here before the market opened, the yellow line. I took a few positions on the CAD, 1, 2, 3, I was out with a small loss on the total positions. So this was a losing trade. And the yen, of course, did this thing. And I remember mentioning the yen on September 29th. I think on that video at halfway through, or maybe more, 11 minutes, I said the yen is really quiet and it's about to do something, and that's the something that it did. Unfortunately, I didn't have a limit in here, or if I did, this would have been a nice gain, quick gain for a few hours. That's it, I'm done for the week. I won't do anything until I put my levels on next week and take some trades then.